Welcome back, everyone. We have winning brands. They trade on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol WNBD and has been a manufacturer of record of a variety of environmentally oriented consumer chemical products and indicated in its public communications that it seeks to enhance shareholder value by curating additional business ventures with broader scope, including the launch of a tech division. This tech division is the new home of the GestureTek brand. Please welcome the CEO of GestureTek. We have Vincent, and President of GestureTek, Erol, Vekil. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, thank you.
Very nice to be here and again for another session. And thank you all for joining. Really appreciate the opportunity to let you know more about GestureTek. As you know, the inventors of video gesture control technology with many patents behind us. Last time we spoke a lot about our opportunity to take the technology and monetize it with not just sales as we have done in the past, but with a subscription model in advertising and otherwise. And so we're going to carry on from there. What we spoke about in terms of the ability for the technology that we have, our interactive surfaces in public spaces being something that really is engaging and fun, attracts people's attention, and is a perfect advertising medium. Well, that's actually something that not only ourselves in terms of our experience with our systems and our clients, but we've also had research done that validates this aspect of the technology. In fact, Nielsen and Arbitron have done multiple studies on the technology and have rated our systems at the top in terms of out-of-home advertising for effective engagement. Both for the capturing the attention, for dwell times, for brand retention, and for creating a positive relationship with the brand. Some of the highlights of what they found is the increase of the brand message recall by 35%. 1 out of 2 customers look to interact with the projected images. And it's not only the people who are interacting that are benefiting and paying attention. It's actually the passersby who are spending more time looking at they're watching people engaged and having fun, and they're aware of the brands as well. A lot of this leads, of course, to more time in the location. It ends up being also a factor in people's enjoyment of the location and their willingness to come back to that location. So that's something that's been very positive and has allowed the systems in the past to be used in companies for subscription models and for advertising. And it's something that really gives us a lot of power going into this market. We talked in the last time about our locations for potential digital signage, and that included public spaces, so malls and cinemas and I guess airports and train stations and whatnot. But another important part of that is actually the retail. So digital signage in retail it has something that is part of that, both for us for sales, in other words, rollouts into retail where the systems are being purchased, rollout into retail where the systems are being paid for on a subscription basis by the location for their purposes, and then of course also for subscription models for advertising. And there's other uses, interactive information for navigation and just like promoting their own internal brands. I'm just going to show you a video. We're going to run video 4, and this is of one of our installations in a department store in Peru, actually. We can. So that's just an example of one type of installation. In that case, we had multiple projections on the floor. That was for Halloween promotion and the brands related in those particular aisles. So often it is used in retail for the brands that are close to where the projections can be. One good example of a business case that we've done in the past was with Old Navy, where we rolled out 380 of our cubes. These are turnkey units that can just be sent to the store, plugged in, put on the floor, and instantly there's an interactive projection on the floor. Highly engaging for people to play. They were using it to have shoppers want to come back to the store again, engage the kids while the parents were shopping, and it proved highly successful. Another example of that is the installations we did for Virgin Megastores. Here we were putting installations in different locations. In some cases, they were at the front of the store, wanting to use it to draw people into the store, seeing the people interacting, et cetera, and having people come into that front area. In other cases, they were putting it in the back of the store, areas that didn't get a lot of traffic, and they wanted to create an experience in the back where there was a buzz and people would go to those locations. And we've done this, many different clients as far as digital signage installations in, for instance, SportsCheck, Target, T-Mobile, Sony malls in Japan. I'm just thinking of you, Clearwire with Verizon stores. And they all have a different use. In some cases, there may be just pure engagement, just to make it an experience that people enjoy in those locations. They may be using their brands and informing people about those brands. They may be actually allowing people to get information on a given product. So that's a very big part of our opportunities as we go forward is the digital signage, both in public spaces and in retail. I want to introduce you to another actually really big market for us in which we've done, a ton of installations, and that's location-based entertainment facilities. And those are basically places people go to be entertained. And our systems are highly entertaining. So that's theme parks and museums and science centers and aquariums, as well as family entertainment centers, et cetera. And in those locations, we're putting installations in which people are having basically fun, engaging. It could be educational, it could be just pure engagement, but people are able to interact. And in many cases, they're not really touching anything because our systems are gesture controlled. So people can get very active without having to worry about having anything broken. And that's also one of the things that these centers really like about our technology is kids can get highly engaged. Parents being highly engaged, but no one's really touching anything. And these systems can vary in terms of the price for the systems. It's in some cases it might be 10,000 or tens of thousands, 100,000s, even up to certain installations we do that are in the $1 million area. For instance, the theme park that we did for Universal Studios in Japan, that was well over $1 million for just one installation. So this is a very profitable area in which we have a lot of opportunity, a lot of history, and people know us in this industry. And so we're looking forward to continuing to the opportunity to grow back into this market. And I think we'll just start to interact, bring you into understanding some of the other technologies, because it's not just our interactive surfaces on the floor that are highly engaging in these locations. We also have a technology in which we bring the person's full body image, their live image, onto the screen where they see themselves on the screen and interact with the animation around them. And it's essentially like being on TV, but with the whole world that you see yourself in as interactive. We can also do it not with necessarily the live image, but have you take over an animated character or an avatar. So as you move, so does that character or that avatar. And we're doing this with 3D cameras that are tracking the full body and allowing the character to move as the person moves. Another aspect of this is actually connecting these installations with people's devices. For instance, mobile devices, when people are walking up to a display, they're able to use their mobile devices to control what might be on the display while they're interacting with it with full body gestures. And in other cases, we may not even have a display itself. We have a lot of technologies where the gesture that's being picked up by the cameras is maybe it's just affecting sound or 3D soundscapes, or it might be something that engages other senses. You saw in the last time, if you saw our presentation, then the hallways in the Cancun airport had smells as well as sounds, as well as images that interacted with the people as they moved. And augmented reality, where animation can be placed on people's bodies. So these are a number of the different technologies that we have in our library that have been very powerful for us to be able to find out what people want to do with a given installation and come up with a solution. And that library that has grown of technology now is something that allows us to go out to the market and really monetize it and create the kind of installations that people want and not just have just one solution. So in terms of our time, it's looking like we're coming to an end. And we'll probably hand it back over. But when we come back the next time, we'll go into more in depth in terms of some examples of our location-based entertainment experiences and some of the things that we're going to be doing in the future to get back into that and expand in that market.
Gentlemen, we do have a little bit of time if you want to take some questions. Otherwise, we can revisit this when you come back.
Eric.
What would you like to do? Hi, Eric.
I think Eric's on mute.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you, Eric. Well, we do have questions, and what we can do is we'll send these to you, gentlemen, so you can answer on your own time and address them separately. And then next time when you come back, you can take some more questions if you'd like.
That'd be great. We really appreciate it, and we really, really appreciate the opportunity to present to you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for this update. Thank you. Okay, everyone, what a great conference we have had today. Such a thrilling day. So many companies from around the world. I want to thank everyone who joined us, and know that just in a second, you're going to be redirected to our registration page for our next conference in 2 weeks. So reserve your spot early. On behalf of all of us at Emerging Growth, thank you to our presenters and attendees for making this such a great success. Remember that a complete replay of this conference, separated by company, will be available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Emerging Growth Conference. Plus, follow us on Twitter @EmergingGrowthC. We always post information to Twitter first. I'm Anna Berry. On behalf of myself and our entire team, thank you for watching, joining, and participating today. We wish you a successful rest of your week, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.